Here we are, YouTube. Donovan, Natalie,
Me?
Adam. It's all of us. We're back together. The whole gang's here. We weren't last week or whenever we were last together. So this is the YouTube segment. If you happen upon it, if you watch it, awesome, thanks. If you know about it, it's every week usually. We'll see. Do we want to continue it? We're debating. And it's kind of a widespread thing, but today it's mainly about the challenge battle for a new champion and let's see, we've missed about 2 or 3 episodes in a row to talk about this, I think. But so it's going to be wide-ranging. If you haven't caught up on the challenge battle for a new champion and you don't want spoiled, go to the audio version of this program, and we're going to be talking Saltburn and Fargo over there. Man, do you guys, I know Natalie does, do you keep up with a little of the chatter online, like message boards and here and there and Reddit and stuff? People hate this season.
They really
Tom
do.
keeps up with that stuff more than I do, surprisingly.
I feel like every time I'm like, did you read this article? Natalie has read it, but maybe you're more the article and less the message board person.
She's on the official side of things, and I tend to get on Reddit and check the pulse of the people.
The man of the people is Adam. Yeah, people hate this season, and I don't know. I wouldn't say I hate it because it's still a challenge. It's like pizza, Bad pizza is still okay pizza.
This is bad pizza.
This is bad pizza.
This is real bad pizza.
Comment on it, though. Is this the worst cast in the history of the series?
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, when you think about it, I think you can say yes.
I mean, there have been more toxic casts, I think, but this is by far the worst. Like, it's boring. They're bad at it. At this point, I don't care who wins. I just want it to be over. Bring me all stars. I'm over it.
Yeah.
It's almost fun that they are bad at the game. Like, with a different
kind of what I was about
people,
to say.
It would be a good time, yeah, but they're not. I keep thinking about, and I think it was Bananas that said this, that the show changed a lot when its feeder programs were no longer just Real World and Road Rules, because getting cast on those shows was a different set of criteria and procedure than the feeder shows that they have now. So you just end up with different personality types. Like, if you were on Real World, you had to be, maybe not articulate in the sense of like a good, like we would say,
a Shakespearean actor or something,
right? But you were able to feel things and communicate with others and blah 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 in a way that
it wasn't like there was no like, I'm gonna make a career out of this. It was, I'm gonna go do this thing for 6 weeks and then it's gonna be over.
Yeah. And now it's, once you get onto the stage, you don't want to leave it. It's not, they're bad gameplay. It could be so fun, but it's not.
Yeah, I do find interesting just how bad they are, but that can only go so far. I told Jeff and Adam, Natalie, and see what you think. It would be something, it's impossible to do, but wouldn't it be great to see a season filmed simultaneously with nothing but vets with the exact same setup, elimination, blah, 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 all of it exactly just mirrored, except just to see how the vets would handle each of these situations, because it would have to play so differently.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that would just be a good season of the challenge.
It'd be a great season of it, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just curious what you think would be, like, what are the major differences? And I know Natalie has the longest history with this program, but like, we all know they're making mistakes. What would the vets do differently that you feel like 100% they would knock it out of the park?
Who are you asking?
Yeah, I'll go first, and then Natalie, that way we can figure out who's talking. I think one of the biggest things is how pissy they get about getting voted in. They get their feelings hurt so badly when it's just like, I think the vets sometimes do, of course, but they are not like wallowing in it. They go, okay, well, I might be going in. My my stick may be pulled for competition, for elimination. Okay, whatever. And it's not, why did you vote me in? I'm with them. Oh, I'm kind of with them. And just this clear division of alliances with vets, I think, is also a big part of their gameplay. Natalie, what do you think? I won't say much more, maybe because I might be stepping on some of your ideas.
No, I mean, I think the alliance thing is really the big one. It's, right now they're playing this game where every single person basically is in their alliance. The vets would know you can go in with a big alliance, but after week 4, you got to narrow it down. After week 8, you got to narrow it down. And there have been, I can't remember what season it was, an early season where this kind of happened, where there was just this massive alliance, and it has to implode, and it wasn't a fun season to watch. I remember thinking, this was really, I can't even remember what it was, but it's not a strong season because it's all this just like petty, stupid infighting where when you're watching it, you're like, you guys are stupid. Like, you can't play the game like this. And so to see it happening now again, but worse, is just infuriating.
The pettiness is what's interesting to me that you just brought up. Like, I don't see why. I can give you an example. I don't see why Asif is angry at Horacio. Why are you mad at him? You never made that clear. Or it wasn't shown on camera, at least, so it might be an editing room. But what's happening there?
Olivia's, Jay talked trash about him this week.
Right. It just doesn't make sense, other than maybe they're afraid of him, which is what I think we're supposed to deduce. But why constantly go after him, or at least they actually don't get a chance to go after him much. They just continually talk about going after him. So that's kind of awesome that they don't get a chance.
I wonder if it ties back to what Natalie said about they're trying to make careers out of this. And the best way to do it is to, pick a fight with the biggest person there in a way.
Villain,
or have some drama. Yeah.
Right.
But they're all bad actors.
They're bad.
It goes from 0 to 10. For you say one that you breathe on somebody wrong, and suddenly it's like the worst thing that's ever happened to this person. There's no subtlety. It's just not fun to watch. Give me some drama, but this is
the only one who seems genuinely crazy and is usually just annoying with it is Berna.
Berna's crazy, man. She needs medicine.
Yeah. Sorry, at this point, everybody else is so obnoxious that I kind of like Berna now.
Do you really?
She's emotional, but at least it feels real.
Okay, that's funny because I flipped the script of my thinking on James a little bit because he's so chill. I've come to the conclusion that, maybe this guy's just kind of chill. Okay, I kind of like him, maybe.
I thought
he was just a lug and boring, but now I'm like, no, maybe he's just calm.
I think the characters are so bad. I've realized this season, I don't care who wins, but I care very strongly about who loses.
Okay.
As I discovered during the most recent episode, which was the most riled up that I've gotten since Jordan made his appearance.
Sure. No, go on. What happened? Cara Maria?
Oh, yeah, when Cara comes on and and we'll go back to this season lacking. Every time one of the greats has come on, they have jumped off the screen in a way that, it's like painting. I think I already said this. I think I said this in a previous episode, that it's like you paint one room of your house and then all of a sudden the other rooms are kind of dingy by comparison. That's what happens every time one of these vets comes on. So she comes on, chews up a bunch of screen, and then unfortunately can't deliver. But still, the way that she called out Michelle and just seemed to bully the early part of that elimination, I was stoked. And the last time that Cara was on, I couldn't wait for her to leave. So to convert me immediately into a huge fan for at least 15 minutes was impressive.
Yeah, the best part is the vets coming out and seeing what they're going to do, say, and hopefully win. I just keep pulling for them, especially against Michelle. That was one of the most disappointing losses definitely this season.
Everything about it, when she says, when it's explained to her that the 2 girls down there have been down there as many times as they have, and she says, and those 4 girls haven't been down at all.
Right.
When she looks up at them, actually being able to say or see the wave of fear
loved it.
hit them. Like Natalie said, they're all bad actors. There was no acting involved in that moment.
Exactly,
they were all
because they couldn't act that moment out.
No.
It was shitting the pants.
Yeah, it was
what
great.
we call it.
I don't understand why the only person who's come on who got a challenge or an elimination that was suited to their strengths was Jordan.
Exactly.
And Casey.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And she won, but Casey's pretty good at most things. So yeah, okay, that's fair.
The rumor is that they switched to pole wrestle because it was raining. If you remember that episode, and it ruined the other game. It was supposed to be more involved, but it's very, and that's like an easy pivot because all you have is a ring and the pole. But it's pretty obnoxious to have as many puzzles as they do. Like, yeah, give Devin a puzzle, sure, but Cara and Laurel, just let them run over whoever's there.
Exactly. That's a lot of griping online too, the message boards and Reddit and stuff, that they aren't catering to the champion's strength. They talked about how Laurel would have needed more of a physical thing, as well as Cara Maria.
Yeah.
But that puzzle was not hard, y'all. I solved it from my chair.
Didn't you find something, Adam, that indicated that it may have been harder than it ought to have been for Cara?
Yeah, but I think because there were 2 sides, right, to the boxes. Like they were, the top and bottom both had the decals on them. So the picture pointed out that every piece that she had collected, you couldn't put that puzzle together. It would never have worked. So...
Well, shit.
Right. I guess she would have had to flip one, but it just seems unlikely that Michelle happened to get all of hers right side up and organized. As much as she was struggling to push them around, it seems weird.
And she lost. I hate that she lost, but putting the block in the way of Michelle, that's a champ move. Still, awesome. We got that. Yeah. That was a Jordan-esque move right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, why do I say that? Because it's a Cara Maria move, because she's good too. All right, well, we'll see. What do we got? Probably Brad next week and then CT, right? We still got 2 weeks before CT.
There's 16 people left on this show.
I mean, they're going to have to do a double elim soon.
Or a purge. They haven't done a purge in a few seasons.
That's probably going to happen with that next phase, is what, because you saw them like doing a pretty big daily challenge, right? I don't know. It's a guess. Okay, well, let's shift gears. Let's go to audio. If you're interested in our audio, it's going to be Saltburn and Fargo. You don't want to miss it. See, we won't see y'all. You'll hear from us on a podcast app. Enjoy.